Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're looking at the sources you sent on the Higher Certificate in Paralegal Practice from Boston City campus. We're going to cut right through the noise. What skills do you get? What jobs can you do? Okay, let's unpack this. What's our mission here?
Our mission is to really get a quick handle on what a paralegal's foundational role is. We're talking about that crucial support person for lawyers, doing the research, prepping documents, managing cases, and, handling client communication. But we want to see how this qualification goes beyond just the basic admin stuff.
All right, let's start with the structure then.
Yeah.
It's a generalist program, which I like. Very flexible. It's registered on the NQF. That's the National Qualification Framework at level 5.
Right.
So level 5 is basically an introductory college certificate. It's a fast track. You need 140 credits.
Yeah.
While you get up to 3 years, it's really set up to be done in just 2 semesters.
Yeah, and this is where it gets fascinating, actually. The sources point to a surprising depth in the work graduates can do. I mean, it's not just filing. The real nugget here is that it equips them to perform certain legal work, including, and this is a quote, dispensing essential legal advice.
Wow. Okay. Essential legal advice is a huge phrase.
It is, but, and this is critical, they're also taught the ethical duty of knowing exactly when to stop. They learn when a matter becomes too complex and needs to be referred to a qualified legal practitioner.
Right. So they know their limits. Here's where it gets really interesting for me, though. If the scope is that broad, what are the actual hard skills they walk away with? Because when I hear legal advice, I'm thinking of a full-blown lawyer.
Sure, but this is about providing, let's say, rudimentary forms of that advice. It's also about mastering legal research using technology and getting a really solid grasp of the South African legal framework, both civil and criminal procedures.
Okay, so you understand the system.
Exactly. And you learn how to use tools to resolve disputes without going to court. Think mediation, negotiation. And those practical skills just, they open up a massive range of career options. The knowledge is so transferable.
Across what, like private firms and so on?
Yeah. Private, commercial, public sector, NGOs, all of them.
But wait, hold on. The sources list job titles like conveyancing clerk and then also community-based advice officer. That feels like a massive leap. How does one certificate bridge that gap?
That's a great question, and it really gets to the core of this qualification's utility. On one hand, yes, you get the standard roles. Legal secretary, debt collector, negotiator, all very process-driven. But you're also trained to handle property transfer documents. That's your conveyancing clerk. And you can also be a community-based advice officer, providing guidance on things like human rights, which is often in that NGO space.
So the core skill is managing legal processes no matter the context.
That's it. You've got it.
Okay, that makes sense. So let's talk about the institution itself, Boston. The sources mention a few logistical points. For students who want an easy entry, there's no point system.
Mm-hmm. A big barrier removed right there.
And a huge value add.
Yeah.
All the textbooks are included in the fees. The whole thing is fully online, too.
Which gives you total control, right? Time, place, path, pace. It's all up to you.
Plus, there are 50 support centers if you need in-person help.
And you can't forget the quality assurance. The sources note it's internationally accredited with the British Accreditation Council.
So it's recognized globally.
It is. And then there's the final piece, the financial one. They mention the institution will subsidize 1/3 off the higher certificate fees.
A 1/3 subsidy. That's substantial.
That makes it much more accessible.
So what does this all mean? In a nutshell, what we have here is a clear accredited pathway, NQF level 5, 140 credits straight into the legal field. It seems really focused on practical support, administrative duties, and genuine community engagement.
Yeah, and that leaves us with a pretty important question to think about. Considering the depth of legal work this qualification covers, including dispensing essential legal advice, it really makes you wonder, how is the rise of this highly competent paralegal profession fundamentally changing the accessibility and maybe even the delivery of legal services for the general public? Something to explore further.